Hi, this is Graphically Alex coming at you with all things fat related. If that's something that interests you, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. So today, I want to talk about this. This is a big thing. I was going to talk about someone else today, but I got a DM on Instagram about this and I was shook. I was like, oh my God, I have to tell you guys. So basically, Allie has quit the Fab Fatties podcast. So there's more problems, more fat acceptance eating their own. No, I'm just kidding. No, I just think that there's a lot of infighting, and I kept picking up on her being an issue. Oh, it's interesting. I will have to. I don't. Okay, let me just read it. I'm like wanting to react, and I haven't even read it to you guys yet. Some changes with love. This is from their Patreon. So luckily I got the screenshot. I'm going to act like I'm a spy. So I'm not going to say who sent it to me, but you know who you are. But anyways, some changes with love. 2 days ago, this was announced on the 14th. Hi friends, we wanted to share a quick update from the Fab Fatties team. Allie has officially stepped away from the podcast to focus on her own projects and personal priorities. While we're not sure what the future holds, we're cheering her on and sending lots of love as she takes this time for herself. This naturally brings a bit of a shift for us too. Alyssa and Rebecca are taking a short break to regroup, reflect, and think through what the next phase of the Fab Fatties might look like. We're approaching this moment with care, creativity, and a lot of heart. As part of the transition, we'll be scaling back our Patreon content. We'll keep the $5 tier open as a virtual tip jar, and we'll still pop in occasionally with behind-the-scenes updates and check-ins. Your support, both emotional and financial, has meant everything, and it helps us keep this space warm and welcoming, even in flux. Thank you for being here. We're so grateful for this community and excited to see what might bloom next. With love, Alyssa and Rebecca. So I know Lisa has been doing more deep dives on the drama behind what went on with the fourth member. I'm probably going to react to one of those for members this week because I'm on a Fab Fatties tear. I don't know. Like I said, I was going to talk about something else, but then I got this and I just wanted to give my thoughts because I don't know. Like, do you guys think that the podcast is going to survive without Allie? Like, I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like she did a lot of the planning. You know, like I don't know, maybe I'm just projecting certain things, but like I've watched vlogs and Allie's always the one driving. So I'm like, I don't know how they're going to do it. I just don't think they're going to. I don't know. What do you guys think? I want to see if Allie posted anything. I don't think she has yet. 1 second. Okay, so I was looking at her Instagram, her TikTok, other stuff. She hasn't really said anything. She doesn't have a response yet. So I think what I'll do is when there's more information, I'll probably talk about it more. I know Lisa is doing a video today, which you guys should all check it out. I'll try to link it below or something, or Lisa, if you watch, you should comment, whatever. Okay, but I do want to talk about something else too that happened in the anti-fat acceptance sphere that I think is also important. So let's talk about it 1 second. So for those of you guys who know Angelica, she actually has a bigger channel than me, but I don't care. I still want to talk about this. Her channel is in danger of being removed. So this is also a new situation that is just developing. I just saw this today. I commented. I was just like, I hope that there's something that can be done to prevent the channel from going So Angelica wrote, my Your Fat Friend reactions were removed from YouTube and my channel has now received a copyright strike. I have 3 strikes. I can be permanently banned from YouTube. So I don't have tons of experience with strikes and this kind of stuff, but I'm pretty sure that she has some options. I saw like a lot of people commenting and stuff. But I was horrified. I guess I should like this to get the info out as much as I can. Yeah, I said, I'm thinking there should be some options that don't involve losing the channel. Keep us posted. Horrifying. It's truly horrifying. Let me go to top comments. Or I think, see, somebody said sounds like revenge. Someone said Aubrey found you. I honestly wonder, like, sometimes when it comes to this kind of stuff, what does it mean when they say on any associated channels? Literally any other channel you have. Yes, and she has another one that's fashion related. So that's kind of horrifying. I'm just horrified. So I wanted to share that, basically, because I don't know if there's anything that we can do, but I at least want to offer some kind of moral support. I at least want to say that I care. I hope that this doesn't happen. I'm telling you, like, part of me wonders if Aubrey did have something to do with it, just because it is so late. Like, it's 3 weeks later. I feel like if it was something automated or whatever, it would be, you know, instant, is what I was trying to say. So I don't know what's going on, but that kind of stuff is scary. It's silencing. It's obviously not fair on so many levels, but it is hard when you have a smaller channel. It's difficult. And, you know, Angelica doesn't have like 2 million subs or anything. You know, she's not like on that level. So it can be kind of hard. But I hope she keeps us posted with her options and stuff. I'm just like, Angelica, do not let that channel go. Do not. Oh my goodness. So, I don't know. I just don't. To me, that kind of thing, it feels like censorship. It feels like, you know, Aubrey just wants to put out this message and she doesn't want anybody to say anything about it. I don't like that. I will tell you guys, I was planning on doing a reaction to the movie during January for the launch of my maintenance phase, but I guess not. You know, I guess you can't even do that. I understood like not being able to make money off of it, but I don't understand getting strikes and that kind of stuff. That's like a whole other level. So what I'll probably do in January is I'll probably do like reactions to different segments, basically, and I'll try to just break down the movie piece by piece. But anyways, you guys, I don't know. So I kind of had to talk about these things because it's kind of crazy. As far as the Fab Fatties, I wonder if they will continue. Basically, that's my biggest thought. I'm going to go ahead and react to it again. If there's more information or if more stuff comes out, then I'll do like a more detailed thought process on what happened. From what I saw on Ali's Instagram and TikTok and stuff is that she's really diving into other politics, basically. I wonder if fat politics is just not satisfying to her, or she just doesn't think it's as important as other issues, which is kind of interesting and still a win for anti-FA. So I'm still happy, you know. I feel like I won in that situation. as an anti-FA activist, I'm like, oh yeah, definitely quit. So I don't know if she's going to totally quit because you know how she is. But that's all I've noticed is she's really leaning into like other politics a lot. So I wonder if that's part of it. Other than that, I wouldn't be shocked if Allie had some interpersonal issues with the other girls. I don't think Allie is a very nice person. I've talked about it a lot on the channel, my thoughts about her. So I wouldn't be shocked if she got in a big fight with them or, something like that. And she's already cut out everyone else in her life. Maybe she's just cutting out them too. She's reached a point where now they're also cut out too. They kept it very cordial in the message. So I don't think that they're trying to inflame or do anything on their end. But I honestly don't know if they're going to continue. Like, we will have to look at it if they do continue. I will have to see how it goes, basically, just out of my own curiosity. But in terms of the actual fact that they're done, or like that she's off of the podcast, I think that I've talked about it a lot, but when you have these issues, they affect a lot of areas of your life. I wouldn't be surprised if the toxic ritualistic interacts with other mental illnesses. I'm not going to speculate because I've heard some whispers about Ali in the wind, but I don't want to say anything personally. But all I can say is that the toxic ritualistic, it does tend to make other issues worse, as it puts your body in a bad position, and it affects thyroid health, which affects your brain and stuff. It affects how you think. There's a lot of black and white thinking. If you guys remember when I talked about it all the time in 2023, the hypohaze. I would not be shocked if Allie is hypohazy in addition to any other mental illnesses she may or may not have. The interactions of all of it together, it can be really bad. And it can make it to where you can't see things with any nuance. That's the best way I can put it, simply stated. Which a lot of people, they may not understand what I'm saying, or they might not get it, but if you've been in it, I feel like you would get it. But you just see things so black and white. I think it's one part physical and one part psychological. So I think it's like two of them together. So it's like your brain actually changes, but also the toxic ritualistic, it kind of frames your brain in like a neuroplasticity type of way. You think about things so black and white. I don't know. And I think they fit together like a glove. I've talked about it a lot. That's why it's so hard to get out, because you can have a physical issue combined with a mental issue. And if you have other mental issues, hypothyroidism is not going to help it. I'll put it to you that way. Toxic ritualistic is not going to help it. It's going to probably make it worse, both psychologically and physically. So I think it is relevant to Ali. I think it's relevant to why she's doing this stuff, why she lashes out, why it's so bad, why she's cutting every single person out and doing all this stuff. Because I feel like Ali would try to frame it as if it was just her politics, and it was like, I'm not being treated well, and I'm this and I'm that. But I think in reality, it goes back to mental illness, and it goes back to not taking care of yourself, not healing wounds, and ultimately neglecting yourself entirely. Not actively hating yourself doesn't mean that you're not neglecting yourself. And I think that that's the biggest lesson in terms of this. Not caring for your mental illness, not caring for your physical illnesses. It is neglect. It will have an effect. I will always say, I keep saying it, even if it pisses people off, super morbid obesity, it affects you emotionally. It affects you relationally. It changes how you see the world. It changes how you see people. And people can't always understand if they've never been there. And a lot of people that are super morbidly obese, they have been that way for so long that they don't remember not. So it's tricky, but I do remember. I was there. I'm not saying everybody sees everything the same, but on an emotional level, especially as an emotional person, it really changes how you view things. It changes how you feel. I just don't know how else to describe it. So I don't think that she's thinking clearly. I just don't. You know, she likely had issues with the fourth Fab Fatty. That's why she left. I wouldn't be shocked if it was Allie. And then now she's having issues with the other girls. That's, you know, you can kind of tell what the problem is, you know? But yeah, this is wild. So let me know what you guys think. I will talk to you guys later. Today's going to be a little shorter. Kind of a big shock.